this is Kelly.
And Kim.
Welcome to the Skinny. Yesterday at the Weight Watcher scale, I lost 2.6.
Woo!
Yay! I was super excited to get back into my weight range. I still would like to lose 3 or 4 more pounds, 3-ish. I like to be in the very low point of my range.
She complained.
I didn't complain. No, this is my goal. This is not a complaint. This is a goal.
I mean, you complained that your clothes were not fitting you appropriately.
I did. They were tight. Because now that I have clothes that fit me, they're the perfect fitting clothes. When I was at the high point of that range and then busted out of it a little bit, my clothes were a little tight. So when I'm at my low range and in my mid to low range,
You'll complain less?
Yes, they fit me perfect. That's where my clothes fit me perfect. So I want to be there. So that means I gotta lose. I'd be happy to lose like 3 pounds.
Okay.
Just to be there. I just like to be solidly there.
Well, I have to say, I was so excited because I took my vacation weight off. Remember, I had gained 5 pounds from a vacation. I lost 4.8, so almost got all of it down in 1 week, which was my goal. I really wanted to get all of it gone so I could start fresh again and get back into my push toward goal. Yeah. I have lost 109.8 at this point, and I'm 12 pounds exactly to goal. And my goal is to get there by fall.
Yes. So we are seeking motivation.
We are.
What we did was we said, okay, let's go to London in September. Not only do I want to do that to celebrate our goal weight, your goal weight and my goal weight, but I have to see the Orla Kiley fashion, the textile museum exhibit, and that's one of the reasons I want to go.
And it ends September 23rd. So
we gotta go.
Yeah. So we're like, why don't we go?
Pair it with the goal weight
Labor Day weekend.
Celebration.
You have an extra day off from work. What the heck? So how motivating for me would that be to get to goal, to call it our, at goal, both of us at goal trip.
It's our gift.
So that's we literally just started talking about that.
The starting point.
But certain things are very motivating.
Yes.
That to me is a huge motivator.
Yes.
Huge motivator.
Yes.
Because it's something I want really bad.
Desperately. So we talked about motivation when we were actually talking about this because of course it's a huge motivator.
Yeah.
But we're also talking about those daily motivations that you need, because during your journey, motivation ebbs and flows, and the things that motivate you ebb and flow and change and morph, and you seek different things. Mm-hmm. So it's
and I knew this
important.
Yes, because there's sometimes I feel like when something's not motivating me, I thought, what's my problem that I can't, this isn't motivating me. It's like, am I a commitment phobe to like certain, I'm on track to be motivated by something and I'm rolling with it, then I squirrel.
Look, baby wolf.
See something shiny. I mean, am I like just some types of commitment phobe? I don't know what to call myself. Do I just not know how to do that? That I just, and I'm off to a different one. I feel like I just can't commit to a motivation.
I think something that motivates you now isn't necessarily going to motivate you a week
from now.
Thank you.
Because now I feel better about it.
I think that's just normal.
I thank you. Because I felt like is something wrong with me.
No, I really think you have to seek it. I think you ask yourself every week, every day, when you're introspective about this journey you're on, you have to think, am I feeling motivated? Or if you're gaining weight and you think, well, what's happening? Is part of it motivation? Now, when you're losing, you might be thinking, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling motivated. I'm cool. But if you're struggling, it's like, okay, what maybe am I missing? But maybe I'm missing the right motivation.
And the thing is, there are times it's like, how do you figure out what it is that's going to do that? That is hard. Sometimes it's easy to figure out what's going to motivate you, and sometimes it's really hard.
Yeah.
Because you're like, another pair of shoes again. Which, I don't ever say that, but, some people do. Some people, that's not motivating for them, or,
Not motivating for me.
Because there's obviously the big motivation, which is the reason you do this.
Yes,
the overall
your
reason. This is why I want to lose weight.
Right.
And then you have to do
these little
subcategories that
push you.
Yeah. The little things that keep me going. Oh, if I drink so much water, I give myself a pedicure, manicure, whatever. Or if I lose 10 pounds, I get, a new pair of shoes or a handbag. I mean,
whatever it is you've decided motivates you.
Or even if it's just I get a sticker. I mean, if I lose a pound, a week.
Or like I get to go wait and I go to London.
Yeah. The big, there's all of these little, I mean, that's a lot. That's a bombarding amount of information of what do I, your head spinning, what is going to make me do something.
Well, it's like desperately seeking motivation.
Desperately Seeking Susan, yes.
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 Yeah, we were growing up in the 80s.
Yes. But seriously,
yeah.
that is a constant
Yeah.
seek. You are. I feel like I am on the track to find each week. It's like, do you have to ask yourself this every week?
No, I think
really?
if you're doing well and you're cruising along,
True.
clearly you're motivated.
True. But then again, you get tripped up and you're like, oh, what the heck happened?
Well, for me personally, it's
Of course, you can see I'm being bad cop right here.
actually, I'm good cop. She's bad cop today.
Yeah.
For me, I think part of this journey is stepping out of your comfort zone and doing and exploring things you've never have before, you know, or doing things you never thought you could do. Like for me, it's like the first time I actually got on a bike and I rode like 15 miles, I was like, I never in a million years thought I could do that.
That was motivating.
Really? That motivated, I was on a high. That motivated me for a little while.
Yeah, true.
But because I'm like, I was open to pushing myself and kind of a part of this journey is changing your life, and it's being, to me, being
Open
more
to-
social, because before that, when you're overweight and very uncomfortable with yourself, you tend not to, I think, I wasn't as social. I
appeared social, but I really wasn't.
You don't,
If that makes sense.
yeah, when everybody else wants to go whitewater or rafting or go for a bike ride, you're like, I'm out, you know? So when you're in this journey and you're pushing yourself to do more and be more, I think there's that opportunity to find things more easy to be motivated by things like that.
True.
Because you're seeking
True.
a new life.
You are.
And I think you're going to stumble on things that motivate you.
You're going to kayak.
But if
gonna
you're not,
potentially roller skate.
But if you're not pushing yourself, you might not stumble on these things that will motivate
True.
you. So part of, I think, continual motivation is to be pushing yourself in your journey to experience
kind of get
new
outside
things.
your comfort zone.
Out of your comfort zone.
Which is hard.
Well, of course
It's
is.
hard.
Because if you've been at this point,
Yes.
it is harder for you to
We're
do that.
used to not putting ourselves out there to do things because you've never have. So sometimes just taking a chance and trying something different. Horseback riding was one for us that
early on that we were like,
several-
we're doing it.
And it was all kinds of interesting. We did it a couple times and it was there's
All kinds of scary and interesting.
it was all
This
kinds
is
of
fun.
scary and interesting.
Yeah.
Not so sure how soon I want to repeat that.
I would, but she's just, you know, that was just
I
not her
always
thing.
ended up with the crazy horse.
She always had the lunatic, man. My horse would get up on her horse and her horse would buck. And it was just like, you always got the nut horse. It was just like, really?
Can I just get on like the carousel horse and just call it a day?
She's like, can I get on one that's like really old, like 900?
give me
and
a
it just
nag.
it
Give me an
barely
old
moves.
nag.
And it's
I'm
like,
good.
I want to be on that horse.
She's just, but things like that. So if
Sure.
you're not someone who goes outside your comfort zone, I'm going to ask you to make a list again. I know you guys hate me in my list, but I have to tell you to do this because I do this because I think it really does help.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you want to do, like a bike ride or horseback riding or kayaking?
And even if it's not just exercising, it's visiting places you've never been. It's
make a list.
You know, one of the things that somebody talked about in one of our meetings was a way to push yourself to exercise and do different kinds of exercise was to, and our park system is really great. So
And we have one of the biggest park systems, I guess, apparently in the United States.
yeah, it's great parks. And in our park system, we have all these hiking tours in all these different parks. And I guess you can download our hiking program and it will give you all of our parks and the trails and you hike all of these things. I guess you get a t-shirt or you get a badge or something like that.
But hey, man,
like literally crossing them off and biking these hiking these trails, and you can list them, and it's kind of exciting to say I hiked all these trails and all these parks in my area.
And all I got was a t-shirt.
Well,
sometimes it's about the t-shirt.
but that seemed kind of fun to me. It's a challenge.
Or if you have a lot of 5Ks that happen in your area, because obviously we do in the summer. Every
we
Saturday
do.
there's probably something. Maybe you walk
do
up.
a list
you
of
decide
these
you're going to
5Ks and do
3 of them out of 5. Yeah. And if you do I mean, how motivating is something like that? I mean, sometimes you have to seek outside your comfort zone for some of these.
Yes.
Some things are easy.
Yeah.
But some of the things you have to pick out some things that are more difficult
But I think seeking the ones out of your comfort zone and actually pushing yourself to try something new really motivates you. I remember getting on that horse, and I know you got the crazy horse, but at the same time, didn't you finish doing that thinking, well, one, it was like, thank God I'm still alive.
Yeah, there was that. That was my first thought. That was number one thought.
Number one thought. Two, wasn't that cool? It was so cool.
Yeah, it was
fun.
And it's a story now.
It's a story.
Now it's a story, and it's the story of how I almost died.
It has been embellished many times.
But it's a story. So I can look back and chuckle about it.
Yeah, but it's more than a story. There were twice. We did a couple times.
But the first one was
scarier.
The scary story. The second one wasn't quite as scary, but it's still.
But you still had the crazy horse,
and I remember it.
And you still had the crazy horse.
Yes. But you know what? I think back on it, and I think how much fun was that?
Yeah.
You know, as crazy as it was, and as terrified as I was at certain parts of it, I look back and I laugh, and I think I never before would have done that.
No.
Mm-hmm. And how amazing was that?
It's pretty motivating.
It is.
Yeah.
And I feel good about it. But then you've got to make the list of those things.
Well,
call them the things you outside your comfort zone that you would like to do.
Make a box and put all these things that are outside that box that you want to do and check them off.
And then on the other side of your page, make a list of the easy things that are like the day-to-day motivations.
Yeah.
The things that kind of get you through the day.
Mine is I buttoned my pants and they weren't tight today.
Yes.
That does motivate me.
Clothes
it does.
are a huge motivation for me because I'm a clothes horse. I used to never be, but now that I can wear the clothes I've always wanted to wear, I am.
Yeah.
And motivation's big for me day to day. Like this shirt. Like, I really, really, really want to wear this shirt.
And she's like,
but I can't.
I don't want her to wear it because she'll steal it.
Since we're about 10, 11 pounds apart, that shirt doesn't fit me. But I want to wear it.
And we kind of duke it out over each other's clothes. Now, if I want to borrow one of her shirts, though, I have to be open to letting her borrow my clothing because there's some things that she does have that fit me okay and they look fine because that's the way it hangs.
Cut.
It's perfectly fine. So we can share those right now. And so I have to be open to that because I want to borrow her clothing.
And she's really bad if there's a shirt that no longer fits her and she has to hand it over and she doesn't want to.
I begrudge that sometimes because it's mine. When you're twins, when you're twins, you do that.
I should have worn that shirt today. I should have worn that recent one today, the gray one.
Shut up! I love that shirt. When you grow up as a twin, you always grow up sharing things. You have to share everything. Your parents are like, this is your sister, you share. So you share your stuff. So when you get older, sometimes you don't want to share your stuff. It's mine. So sometimes I'm resistant to sharing because I want to make sure it makes it back in my closet because there are times, you have to admit it, I found stuff of mine in your closet. I know. See? That's why I don't trust.
I'm being honest and I'm lying.
I don't trust that this will go back in my closet.
Well, not like you can miss it.
Well,
I mean, look how good it is.
Gray crops.
Yeah, but those get easily missed. You can't miss that.
Well, now
it's all about the details.
So if it's easily missed, it could be up in your closet and I don't know about it.
You can go look.
This is why I'm suspicious.
But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
So things like that every day to know that I want to wear that shirt.
Duking it out for the shirts.
It really does motivate me. Like, man, maybe I got to get that 10, 11 pounds to goal so I can get to that shirt. So it does remind me every single day, little things like that, what I'm shooting for.
Yeah.
So, and what do I need to do to kind of pump me up to get there? Well, maybe I need to promise myself like this month, I've set my goal for the month because obviously fall is coming.
Well, you got to break it down to September. You got to take your 12 pounds, break them out down to how many months till September?
Well, since we're well into June and I spent, some part of June getting my vacation weight off, I'm kind of going to give my goal this month. If I can get 2 pounds down, I would love to do 3, but I do. Well, you know what? Heck with it. I'm shooting for 3. If I get 2, am I going to complain? No. But I'm going to be realistic about June. So July and August, I'm really going to need to seriously push myself.
Yes.
And in the grand scheme of things, if I end up going on my trip and I'm a pound or 2 from goal, am I going to complain? No, I'm not. But I do want to get there and say that I made it because I think that would be amazing.
Because we're going to go to high tea multiple times and you're going to gain some
I'm
weight.
going to gain some weight.
I'm going to to make sure at my low end of my gate weight range for this one.
See, I won't pay you have time to get to low.
I know. See, that's why I'm going to the low end, man. I know here's a motivator. The beauty of being at goal and maintenance, I do love this. I think of this as like a real benefit.
Yeah, that's a benefit.
Is my goal weight is 137, and you can go down, and you can go no higher than 2 above.
So 139. So you could lose down to like 134
or
and
132
got all of that,
3, and I would be covered. You could cover yourself, and I like to live within 3 pounds. I really don't like to.
That right there is probably almost motivation enough since I'm so close to get there. Yeah. That's huge motivation.
It is because you can. I like the thought you can truly pre-plan like vacations with your goal weight, because I would be like, I'm going on this trip. I know I'm gonna have high tea. I'm gonna eat like scones till I can't take it anymore, and then I'm just gonna go. If I went to 132, I'd probably be pretty safe. If I just prepped to go.
But there was lots of walking involved. So
lots of walking involved.
So
always.
Anyway,
but that's a motivator.
It's something I got to work out for this, because it's coming up, and I really want to push myself.
But that's going to motivate me to push myself to get under my.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you've obviously got plenty of time.
I've got plenty of time.
So motivation. Yeah. It's a toughie. And one of the things we talked about when we were talking about motivation too, is like, what is, and this is a big question we're throwing out there.
Oh yeah.
We'll ask this stuff ourselves, and then we're going to ask you too. What is something someone either said in a Weight Watchers meeting to you, or on Instagram, or on YouTube, or just in your personal life, said to you that you have really just taken to heart and utilized to kind of help you on your way?
Okay.
What is one of yours?
I
have several.
I think one of mine for sure, one of the bigger ones, was when I finally heard in a meeting, and I actually heard it. You can listen, but you don't hear. I actually heard it, and it clicked in my head. Actually, there are 2 things, but one of them was, it doesn't matter how long it takes. You didn't put it on overnight, and to truly understand the reality of that. You can go in there and think you're going to lose this in a year.
And some people do.
Like even a year. And some people do. But because you don't.
It wasn't your reality.
It doesn't make it. It's just
a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. So you can't look at it like that. You have to look at it as, this is my journey. It's individual. It's personal. I will get there.
It's going to take how long it takes.
It doesn't matter. It's going to take what it takes. And it took me a long time. And actually that benefited me. It benefited me.
And
go to the next. You go to the next one, and then I'll tell you.
One of the biggest ones, and to this day, I still utilize it. And actually, I mentioned it in our Weight Watchers meeting. I said, I can't remember who said this. My leader said it was me. It was, if you are craving something, say you're craving a Big Mac. If I was craving a Big Mac, I would just say to myself, you know what? If I really want it tomorrow, I'll have it tomorrow, and I'll make it work. I'll figure out a way to plan it and make it happen.
Yeah.
But
that was the one I was
if you really want it tomorrow,
that was what I was
can't have it now.
Yeah.
And more times than not, I totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
That was big deal for me.
Yeah.
Big deal.
I was going to say the same thing. It's true.
Okay. I do have one more that really worked for me too, and I to this day I still try to be very good about it. And that is getting rid of clothes that no longer fit me. Yeah. If they're too big, they go into a pile, and then when I've got a bag to donate, they get donated. Because that way it's not permission to gain that weight and to go back into those clothes. They're gone. Before, I'd always kept my bigger clothes. That way, if I ever needed them again, I had them. But to me, that's permission to get back there.
Yeah,
and I do not
want
to
give yourself that.
So that was a big thing for me, and it really worked for me, and it really helped me move on. Mm-hmm. So I highly recommend it. It worked great for me. So post down below, comment, what is one of those things that someone said to you that really just, the light went on, and it has made such a difference in your journey. That way you share it, and if someone else can get something out of it and it's what they needed to hear, then that's fantastic.
Yeah, there are things too that you hear, I think, and you don't realize how much of an impact they have on you until some point in your journey where it comes to mind. You start to practice whatever it is somebody says or do those things, and you don't realize it until later when you're really being introspective and you think, oh my gosh, that was really a big deal because it really changed. Like it really flipped a switch in me. And for me, this wasn't necessarily something that somebody said, but it's what Weight Watchers did. For me, it was when they changed to Smart Points.
True.
And we cut the sugar, any sugar and highly processed foods became really higher in points, and it lowered my sugar intake. For me,
it made a difference.
That was the switch,
which
in
is
my
when
head.
we started.
It was a switch for me, or switch in my body, I guess I should say. I kind of stopped really craving. I stopped craving foods. I stopped that. I don't know what it was. I mean, I know it had to be that because that's when it happened for me, where I literally, I always craved food. I never remember not craving food. And when Smart Points came around, and I must have been really spending a lot of my points
on
high sugar foods because I was still craving, and I was still, I was doing my job and I was losing,
stopped.
but I still wanted food. And when we went to Smart Points and I had to spend more wisely, just that change alone really changed things for me. So it's not necessarily what they said, but it was what they did.
That was a big, big one.
Huge
me too. It actually really made a big difference. And even though I'd already lost a chunk, because by the time we started the videos, I'd lost, like, if you go back to our first one, I'd already lost 75 pounds. So but I still, like she said, still wanted food, still craved, and hadn't, my body hadn't stopped that. And Smart Points really did change that because I did spend more wisely.
Yes.
I did prefer having more food, when I needed it or when I wanted it, or than having something sweet. I mean, I still fit my sweet in. I make it work.
Sure.
I eat what we're going to show you in a second here.
Yeah, but in general, that for me is greatly limited to what it was, because I personally think I was spending way too many points on low-fat foods in order to get like really light sugared foods.
Like, I remember there was this Skinny Cow chocolates with caramel. I was spending on those. Pop-Tarts, because I could get a Pop-Tart.
A light Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart. Yeah, you get the reduced, the lower calorie Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
They were,
I was still doing that.
Yeah. But they went up in points to like 8 points. Forget that. Yeah. I mean, so those things just left.
So many of those things went out of our diet and never to return. And again, that was something that I was doing that I think was sabotaging myself, because I was trying to get sugars in and I wanted more.
Trying to live my old ways.
Yeah.
So Smart Points eliminated that. So yay.
It did.
Okay, I want to tell you about something that made a resurgence back into our, like...
in a different way,
in a different way. Yeah. Do you remember the banana bread, Weight Watcher banana bread that was a really good snack? It's like 3 points.
Yeah.
You take a mashed banana, add in an egg, and add in a packet of oatmeal, either Weight Watchers oatmeal, any oatmeal.
Yes.
Mix it up. I put in a little bit of vanilla,
cinnamon,
little bit of cinnamon, and it's a lovely little banana bread.
Little banana bread.
This is a mini banana bread pan, mini like metal pan, loaf pan. And this makes a big banana bread, and the whole thing is 3 points. It's whatever the cost is for your oatmeal.
Yeah. Because these are zeros.
It's made a resurgence this last week. That became my snack. I limited how many points I could use for my snack this week because, I lost 4.8.
Yeah.
And
so the no sugars.
Yeah. So it became Sunday morning's breakfast.
Just in a very interesting sugar-free,
way.
a little squirt of the sugar-free
hot loaf. Turn it over in a bowl.
Little squirt of this.
I'm going to post that on Instagram because it was pretty.
It was a nice, it was almost like eating banana bread, pancakes.
And of course I added my point for
the syrup.
So 4 points for the entire little loaf with some syrup on it.
I mean, we didn't even do this, but you could have cut it in slices and put them on a grill, but we didn't even do that.
It was hot and lovely. It was delicious. So it was a great, it's not obviously my capper typically for breakfast is 2 points.
Yeah.
But for a Sunday morning, it was a lovely, extra special breakfast.
Yes.
So that's something I would probably do on a Sunday morning again.
And I love banana and oatmeal, and
it was so good. So if you're looking for it to lower, maybe you're spending more points on a snack in the evening, because a lot of times for me, I'll even do a 5 or 6 point snack because I save those points.
Save.
If you're wanting to find a way to lower it some,
3.
maybe bring the banana bread back into your world.
Or something that's lower points.
Yeah, I mean, even if you take this hot and just put a skosh of sugar-free chocolate syrup on top of it, or the reduced fat chocolate syrup.
She was kind of living.
Lovely.
She was kind of living in my world with the snack points. Because at maintenance, I could have enough points where I could snack, where I would kind of leave a certain amount. And she's just like, I think I need something a lot like, and I did too, because I wanted to lose. So we were like, okay, 3 points for a snack.
Adjusted the snackage, and it was perfect. It was so good. I forgot how good it was.
I know.
So maybe add that banana bread back into your cycle of snacks, or maybe a breakfast, because you know what? In the grand scheme of things, if I just put the loaf and pulled it out hot, and there's a morning I wanted to spend 3 points, or cut it in half, have half one morning, because there's protein in it. If you do a protein oatmeal, half the next morning.
Yep. What I want to do is maybe do a pumpkin. I've never done the pumpkin. I don't know how much pumpkin I need to replace with the banana. I have to figure that out.
You can figure that out. We'll mash it up. That's probably only a half a cup. I would say if you did a half a cup of the pumpkin.
You think? Or maybe you mash half a banana,
quarter
and just
cup
put
of
a
pumpkin.
quarter cup of pumpkin and banana and pumpkin together.
Maybe we'll experiment.
We're gonna experiment.
We have pumpkin always.
I know we do. We're weird.
With pumpkin.
So it is the summer. Here's a great time to try to find other things and step out of your box and motivate yourself to something new. So kind of think about that. Think about what you can do.
Below. Things that might help someone else. Motivational ideas, or just something someone told you that just kind of made
a difference.
Made a huge difference for you.
So we will see you next week.
Later.
Bye.